So I'm just up by the, don't know what you call that building. It's like a grand hall or something, isn't it? That might have been where the monks slept. I can't remember what it's called. I do know what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. So the house is on the other side. So I've just walked up through the arches, come this way. Nearly got to the end, and I've just not noticed by the gate on the right hand side a mouth and an eye and a gill, but it's been broken. It's probably been broken. But then next to it, and this is what I found over at Whalley Church. This is what I'm finding at Whalley Church. And also the older part of the building behind the house. Look, got some lines there. It's like a fish's tail. Got a fin. But the stone. Can you see how it goes up and round? So it's like it's been snapped, broken in half. So that could have gone with that, but that is a thinner section. That is a thinner section. That's not going to fit on there because that's too big. That's too wide. There must have been another piece. There must have been another piece, quite a bigger piece, which is probably in the wall somewhere else. Probably there, actually. That could have fitted onto there. And then the thinner part gone on there. You'd have to turn that stone round to see. See, there's tails. There's tails. There's one there. Come here. You know what this reminds me of? Roma, come here. Good boy. Sorry, I've still got the dogs with me. What this reminds me of, some like, I'd say picture symbols, but they're a bit more, slightly bit more advanced. Can you see? See the decoration on that fin? And this is what I'm looking at. When you're walking past, you've got to look for these marks. And once they're pointed out to you, you can see them. Now, I'm an artist. If I was drawing a fish, I'd draw the head first, put the eye in, put the gill in, bring it over, put the top, you know, the fin on, and the tail, and draw some lines. It's basic. It's like the basic principle of drawing a fish. You know, it's raw, it's crude. We've got to start looking at these walls more. That tells me, if I'm right about that fish, that tells me it's probably 6th century, 5th century, like what's under Whalley Church. Why not? And they've reclaimed the stones. They've reclaimed the stones and reused them. But look how big they are. These weren't small stones. These were big stones. These were big stones. And the Abbey grounds, they're made up of small stones and big stones. There's two sizes to them. There's two sizes. What's going on? But you can't dispute that. Nobody in their right mind would dispute that unless they didn't like art. And that's what I'm doing as an artist and a researcher. I am constantly looking for stuff like that. So yeah, I will scan the walls. I will scan every single last stone just to find something like that. because that's what I do as an artist. That's what I do when I'm up on Whizzle Rough. I'll see something and I'm thinking that is out of place. So I have to connect it with something else to make sense of it. Because I have to make sense in my head. Who left that there? What era of stones am I looking at? Am I looking at Bronze Age? Am I looking at Neolithic? Am I looking at early Neolithic? Am I looking at early Neolithic?